6, we are hearing from one of the people with concerns that a Kalamazoo County man murdered his mother and made it look like a natural death.
Evelyn Weeks died in 2012. Her body has now been exhumed and brought back to West Michigan for further investigation.
Last night, we heard from the man at the center of that investigation. Evelyn's son broke his silence about the case in an exclusive interview with us. Well, tonight we're hearing from Joseph Weeks' brother, who claims that Weeks told him that he wanted his parents dead.
24-hour News 8's Leon Hendricks has that interview tonight.
Joseph Weeks says he's as anxious as anyone for investigators to come back with the autopsy results to confirm what happened to his mother. He told us that at length during an exclusive interview last night.
I want it tomorrow because I know I did nothing to my mom.
He says the two key witnesses mentioned in police records are lying. One is his ex-wife, who the then 52-year-old Weeks married when she was just 19. They have now gone through a nasty divorce. The other is his older brother, Gary Weeks, who in an interview with us today was not shy in saying that he does not like his brother.
I wouldn't believe anything he says. He's a pathological liar.
The wife told authorities that Joe Weeks told her that he had killed before, that he knew how to use drugs he had access to on the job as an EMT to put together a deadly cocktail. He said the death would look natural. Police say Weeks admitted to stealing drugs from his old job.
You did not admit that to the police?
No.
Investigators today said that was a lie. Weeks says he's got this question for his brother.
If I would have told him in the 80s, why would he have not have warned mom?
Why wait until now?
Because I didn't have any kind of proof, nothing.
Gary Weeks made it clear that he's not the one pointing the finger at his brother. The one thing the two of them agree on is that they both want the results of that autopsy to come back.
I didn't bring it up. I'm not really making the accusation. All I'm saying is I wouldn't doubt it. I wouldn't put it past him.
But it's the only way to put these fictitious lies to rest.
Now, another concern for the brother here is the timing on everything. Joe Weeks told us that he married his young wife on September 3rd of 2012. 6 days later is when his mother died. Now, the brother tells us that the mom would have been infuriated at the decision that he made to marry that young girl, and he wonders now if that might have given Joe Weeks a motive to kill her. This is all still under investigation. No one's been charged with anything. It could be months before we learn the results of an autopsy. In studio control tonight, Leon Hendricks, 24-hour News 8.